let's switch gears and start talking about the first step in texting with your customers, and that's choosing a number. Most of the time, our customers use their existing landline. We're able to take your landline and text enable it through your carrier. There's usually a one-time fee for that, and it's possible 95% of the time. The beauty of that is your customers don't need to learn a new number. You don't need to use a new number in your marketing materials. It's, of course, more convenient for everybody. If we can't text enable your number, we can provide you with a virtual texting number. There'll be 3 decisions you would need to make here. 1, whether to take a toll-free or a regular area code number. We can provide either. 2, whether to use a text-only SMS number or text and images number. Depends on the type of business that you have. Number 3 is whether you need a short code or not. If you're sending 100 texts per second, then you will likely need a short code or you'll get blocked by the carriers. Anything lower than that, you should be okay with a regular number or a toll-free number. If you're not sure which number to pick, just reach out to us or to one of your sales reps. We're happy to help with some advice based on your use case. Now let's look at how customers interact with you when you start texting with them. So first, there's just a general way they always interact with your business. Using your brochures and flyers and any marketing materials you already have, you could just tell customers, hey, you can call or text this number. You can also, of course, promote the number on social media. Your customer would simply text you as they text any other person. Just type the number into their phone and send a text message. Second way to interact with your texting number is when they're on your website using their phone. So on the mobile web, we provide you with a little widget that follows the customer around, and they're browsing your website as usual. That little bar on the bottom that you see, that orange bar in this case, is following them around, and they just click on it when they need help. It pops up, you click on the number, and it opens up your texting app directly in your phone. The customer then just writes a text message, just like any other text they write anyone else in their contacts, and click send. Now your customer might be browsing from their desktop or laptop. Our widget will work there as well. They just click the widget, it opens up, and they can send you a text. Write your message right there in that little frame, and add your phone number and click send. What this does is it shoots the message to the customer's cell phone and starts a conversation there. It will tell the customer your message with the name of the business has been delivered, and the message will be right there in their phone. And when the business replies, their answer will show up in that same conversation, and they could add to it and continue the conversation from there without having to stay on your website. The advantages of this are pretty clear. As a customer, you can leave the website, go to work, go pick up your kids, and continue the conversation. You don't have to remember the business's number. It's just there in your text messaging app. You don't need to navigate to a contact us page, which can turn people off and get them to bounce. It's definitely faster for the customer than emails or phone call. And it's always the real contact info. So it's extremely rare for people to fake their cell phone number in order to send you a message. The most important thing about texting, though, it has a 98% open rate. That means there's a 98% chance your message to your customer will get read. That's almost a guarantee. And of course, email can't compete with those numbers. The customer view is pretty simple. Now let's look at how it works on the business side. Business can receive texts in one of 3 ways. First, email. So we will take the text message and we'll send it to any email client. Gmail, Outlook, doesn't matter to us. It can be sent to multiple emails, in fact. You reply as you would to any other email. And what we do there, when you click the blue button to reply, we remove the auto response, the auto signature that most businesses have, because those signatures do not look good in a text message. They come out all jumbled and they end up being 15, 20 texts. Definitely not a good customer experience. Second way is through our web dashboard. So this dashboard can be accessed from any browser. You simply log in. You have a stream of your messages. Latest to arrive is on top. Click on a message to reply. You can see the entire history of text with that customer, so you have context. If you've never texted with that customer before, you can just jump right in. You write a reply and you click send. Now, if somebody's already in there writing a reply, the system will let you know so that there are no duplicate messages being sent. You will not be able to write a message if someone else is already writing a message. Next, we have cell phones. So messages can be forwarded to cell phones of your employees, personal cell phones. The message will show like a regular message, but it will tell them that it's a business message. New message for name of the business. The message will also show them if someone else has already replied. It'll be updated in real time. If someone else on the team has replied, they will know, and they'll be able to add to that conversation in context so that there are no messages that are sent that are contradictory or repeating. Most important thing is that the personal number of the employee is never shared to the customer on the other side. The message came from the business number. They do not get the employee's number. Features and customizations. We're only going to touch on the highlights. In the web dashboard, you have templates. Templates make responding just much faster, pretty obvious. You will see that messages that people send repeat, and therefore some answers repeat. You can create templates and with one click have them sent. User flexibility. This lets you and your employees set the preferences for delivery of messages. So you can forward messages to email or to a cell phone. You can turn that on or off depending on, let's say, if you're on vacation or if you just prefer text to email. For example, this is very popular with our millennial employees that do not want to receive emails. They prefer all their messages go to their cell phone. And you can set hours, of course, for cell phone forwarding so that your employees are not getting text in the middle of the night, or if they're on call, maybe they are getting text in the middle of the night. You can turn off weekends. You can change this over time as people go on vacation. So this is all set by you in the back end. You don't have to call us to get this done. Auto replies. This is messages that are sent when a customer texts you and say it's off hours or it's a holiday, or you just want to manage the right expectations about when they'll get a reply. Again, this is done from the dashboard. You just write your auto reply, and when the customer texts during the hours that you have set, they will get that message as their first reply. So it might say something like, thanks for reaching out. We'll get back to you by 10 a.m. the next day, or by 10 a.m. on Monday if you're sending one for the weekend. You can definitely set more than one auto reply so that you're setting the right expectations on the right days of the week if you have, for say, different opening hours, for example. Very convenient. You can do this on your own. You do not need us in order to change your auto replies. Follow-on workflows are a little bit of automation that we help businesses do with regards to their customer satisfaction. So as you see in this conversation, customer sent a question, the business owner replied, and then the business would like to know if the customer is happy with the service they got or happy with the product. We have an automated flow that can ask them exactly that on a scale of 0 to 10. Are you happy? And then based on the reply, trigger another response. So if they're happy, you can ask them to do something like follow you on Facebook, or give them a link to sign up to a loyalty program, or as they did in this case, ask for permission to quote in a testimonial. And because the customer is happy, then you have a higher likelihood of them agreeing. Of course, if the customer is unhappy, you can ask something like, hey, would you like to speak to a manager, or how could we make it better? This is very effective in preventing negative reviews and increasing customer retention. Messenger integration is becoming increasingly important for businesses that drive traffic to their Facebook business page. All Facebook business pages now have a Message Us button, but it's inconvenient to respond to those messages and to manage them across your different admins. So we have a little integration here where you just click on Connect, follow the prompts in Facebook, and all your Facebook Messenger messages will show up inside our platform. The dashboard, email, cell phone text, you can respond directly from here. You don't even have to be logged into Facebook to do so. MessageMate is the little website widget we showed you earlier. It's a consumer-facing texting interface. There are a few ways to customize it. One is to change the text so that it matches what your call to action is. For example, if you want people to text you for a quote, you change it to tell them text us for a quote. You can add a little bit more information about your services or the area that you provide services in, so you prevent bad leads that you don't serve. You can also change the color, so the main color, the handle color, and the text color to match your brand, your website, your logo. There are also ways to change the placement, move it to the left or move it up or down. If you're interested in those, just reach out to us. Integrations, I'm sure those are on your mind. We have a variety of integrations with help desk systems, software platforms, CRMs, etc. If you're interested in integration, there's a list on our website. Just look up the list and see if what you need is in there. If you don't see an integration that you think you need, you can reach out to your sales rep or directly to us, and we can together investigate, spec out what it would take to integrate and see if it's worthwhile in terms of time and cost versus the value you would get. I do want to point out that before jumping into integration, we highly recommend starting to text with your customers first, figuring out your needs and your use cases, and then deciding if the integration makes sense. There's no reason to jump into it before you've started and collected any data. Now we come to my favorite part, talking about our results. We're going to share a few tidbits. We're seeing fantastic customer satisfaction and net promoter scores across all of our businesses. 50% perfect 10 scores and 75% 8 or higher scores on a scale of 0 to 10. Phenomenal results. Time savings, employees and employers are saving 10 to 25% of their time that they used to spend responding to customers. This is anywhere from agents to salespeople to just regular customer interaction. Pretty clear, texting is a lot more efficient than any other channel. Lastly, businesses are increasing leads or conversions depending on their use case by 2 to 3x. Again, by using our widgets and prompting customers to text, you have the opportunity to get more people to reach out. And when more people reach out, you have more opportunity to get leads and to convert. Really excited about driving that bottom line for our businesses. With that, we kind of feel like this is a good place to end the webinar and drop the mic. We hope you've enjoyed it and learned a few things. And now we'll open it up to some questions, which we'll add later at the end of the webinar once we put it up online. Thank you again for listening. We have a question here from Alex and Florence and a few others. What are the costs? So costs are driven by several factors. The first factor is the number and the type of lines that you need. And by type, we mean, do you need toll-free? Do you need image support? Some businesses need vanity numbers, so specific digits, as well as if you need non-US or Canada numbers. Second, it's messaging volume. If you can predict or assess the volume of messaging that you will need, we can get bulk capacity discounts from telco carriers and pass those on to you. That can result in significant savings. The number of users is the third factor. How many agents or employees you'll have at the end of the line responding to customers and asking and accessing our system. Fourth, it's the integrations that you may need. We have, as I mentioned in the webinar, a variety of integrations. Some of them are very simple and built in and quite affordable. Others might require some more custom work. So it really depends on what kind of systems you have and what exactly you are expecting to do with those integrations. Fifth, it's automation and chatbots. These are not features that are relevant for most businesses when they're starting out. Over time, it's something they may want to add on to their arsenal of customer interaction tools. That is, of course, a special feature that requires engineering and a lot of custom work, so it's priced separately. And then the sixth driver of cost is what support level you need. For most businesses, our regular office hours support is plenty. So we have support from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Pacific time. And that is usually enough. But if you need 24/7 support, that is certainly something we can provide. For full pricing opportunities and a custom quote, reach out to your sales rep or reach out directly to us and we'll be happy to accommodate. When you do, if you can have those projections ready regarding the number of lines that you need and the messaging volume and integrations, as well as the number of users, that can really speed up the process for us. Donna asks, do you build chatbots? Well, the short answer is yes, we do. The long answer is that this could probably take up an entire webinar in and of itself, but we'll briefly explain, first of all, what chatbots are. Chatbots are automated agents that are responding to your customers without a human being involved. They are using natural language processing and artificial intelligence to understand the customer message and to draw upon past history and your existing systems to respond to the customer. Our experience with chatbots is that while they're very, very efficient, in order to build good ones, you actually have to first collect some data. So you need to have customers messaging you for a while until you have enough volume to actually build a robust automated system. If you don't do that and you try to automate based on FAQs or existing email data, you run the risk of having chatbots that are inaccurate or sending silly answers to customers or embarrassing answers, and that will both upset your customer and hurt your brand, and we certainly do not recommend it. We have been able, with fairly little data, to build effective chatbots. So for example, with the SF49ers, within one season, we built a chatbot that was able to suggest answers to the 49er agents and save them about 25% of their response time. So this was kind of a gradual progression towards automation. No robot is actually responding to you, but a robot is suggesting to the agent, here's what we think the answer is, and the agent can accept, reject, or edit. If you are interested in chatbots for your business, reach out to us and we'll hook you up with our chatbot specialists. They've been building chatbots for quite a while and they can help you put together a plan for future automation so that you can gradually get even more efficient with your customer communications. So the question from John is, do we have international numbers? And the answer is we do. We can provide numbers in almost 100 countries. The pricing, of course, varies depending on that local telco infrastructure. So just reach out to us or to your sales rep and we can find out for you if we have a number and what the cost would be. Melanie asks, how many concurrent users can I have? Well, Melanie, the answer is as many as you want. We can accommodate as many users as needed and sync between their email, cell phone, web dashboard across hundreds, thousands, and even hundreds of thousands of users. Lucy is asking, does this change anything on my phone bill? The answer is absolutely not. We do not touch your voice setup, nor do we change anything about your relationship with your carrier. If there are any carrier-related fees, they would be covered by the fees paid to our service. So there's absolutely no change to your phone bill and there's no change to your voice services. The next two questions are related, so we're going to tackle them together. Jamie is asking, is it legal to text my customers? And Ted is asking, can I use the customer's number for marketing purposes? So let's start with two-way texting. It is totally legal. The customer is reaching out to you when they see your numbers. It's perfectly legal to respond to them. There are some back-end compliance issues that we take care of for you. For example, if the customer texts stop, then we, no matter what you do not let you text it back so that you're not in any violations or you're not subject to any fines. If you want to then take those numbers that customers have texted you and use them to send them things like offers, you actually need to have explicit permission. So if this is something you're interested in, we do have a product that enables you to do that. Right after the conversation, ask the customer for permission, and then our compliance system keeps track of opt-ins, opt-outs, help language that you have to have according to the law, etc. If this is something that you think you might want to be doing, speak to your sales rep or reach out to us and we'll be happy to set you up with that product. Again, it's a separate compliance regime than it is for two-way texting. A number of you have asked, where can I get a case study or learn about use cases for my industry? We're happy to help with that. Just reach out to us. Our contact info is coming right up on the next slide. We have case studies in various industries, and we're happy to hop on a call and discuss the use cases that might be a good fit for you. Thank you again for listening and for your great questions, and we look forward to hearing from you again soon.